That's such a good name. Thank God some guy was killing people in San Francisco, and I got the name Hotdog Squad out of it. Shout out to that guy. Or it wasn't San Francisco, it was Kansas City. BTK. Imagine being a serial killer and giving yourself your own nickname. That's so lame. He called himself BTK for bind, torture, kill, or some shit. Giving yourself your own nickname is super lame. All right, kiddos. Welcome back to the Hot Dog Squad here with Jaden, Jeremy, Anthony. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Wow, that guy's hairline looks like mine.
Shit.
Yeah, BTK. He was like the world's worst fucking serial killer in the world. I hate him. Because he was like a dog catcher or some shit, lived a completely normal life and just kind of...
You went crazy one day?
Yeah. Well, he did it for a while. He spread them out.
Oh my God! Look at that look in his eyes. Yeah, he did it.
He did it.
He did it.
But yeah, he wanted people to know who he was. That was like the whole reason he was killing people. So he gave himself his own nickname and everything, and it's lame.
Isn't that why serial killers do what they do?
I
For
don't
the
know.
notoriety.
I think a lot of them, but I think some of them just like killing people. Like Richard Ramirez, he has a cool nickname that they gave him, the Night Stalker. Dope.
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah, he just killed people to kill people. And he went to random houses. Like he didn't have like a motivation like every other, because everybody kind of has like they do it and they all like look the same or something.
Yeah.
He didn't. He would just break into a random house at night and just pop them and leave.
Are there any notorious serial killers that are still out there? Who was
Some-
the one that
some-
fucking
That's still like free or still alive?
still like out there, like that we haven't found?
I don't think
Who
so.
was that guy that he would shoot like fucking people making out, and he like
Zodiac.
the Zodiac killer?
Yeah.
Did they ever catch him?
Nope.
That's crazy.
I mean, that was in like the 60s.
And I
So
heard just recently they decoded one of his messages.
probably. Yeah, they probably used fucking AI to do it.
Yeah. Smart fuckers.
Yeah, he never got caught. There's some that are still, most of them died in prison. There's a couple that are still alive. Like Son of Sam's still alive. He's in some prison in New
The
York.
Unabomber's still alive.
Yeah, there's a couple, but not many. Most of them get killed in prison because even fucking normal criminals don't fuck with serial killers.
That famous Mexican cartel guy,
El Chapo?
he's in the same prison as the
Yeah,
Supermax prison.
ATX Florence.
Didn't they break out El Chapo at one point? They like dug a tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they caught him again.
Yeah, when they went, the ADX Florence is out in Colorado. That is the Supermax. It's they put it on a fucking mountain, and then it's just sheer drops 3 miles down.
They need to open up Alcatraz again. You know those guys didn't escape. They fucking died in the
I
water.
don't know.
I think they died.
I think they got out.
They made a fucking inner tube out of like ponchos or something.
Yeah, people have.
You
People,
think that would hold?
even if it didn't, people since then have swam it. There was a 9-year-old that swam it. Yeah, it's not impossible to swim. It's just cold, and the reason they think that they didn't make it was because they got super cold and muscle failure, and then got swept out to sea.
And that Supermax, everything is like the whole time it's solitary confinement.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's fucking like it's set up kind of like a wagon wheel. That would be a fucking sick place to work.
Probably very easy.
I think it's called ADX Florence.
You would go fucking
Yep, there it
mental
is.
if you went to jail there.
That's where they keep. That's where some of the 9/11 terrorists are. Yeah, you don't get out. Oh, it's not a wagon wheel; it's a triangle. But yeah, that's fucking. Yeah, they put it on a mountain. They were really thinking through with that one because there's
And
nothing.
here's the cell. That's fucking tiny.
Nice. Yep, all by yourself. I
They
think
even
I
have
would.
a nice little shower in there, so you never have to let them out to shower.
Yeah,
That's how our shoe cells are. Showers in there.
real showers in there. I think I'd be all right in prison if I wasn't in a prison like that. I would go fucking nuts.
8 inmates have died all by suicide.
To imagine that.
What a surprise.
Yeah, there's a bunch of the 9/11 terrorists and shit are in there. The ones that they caught.
Yeah.
It's like Guantanamo Bay in America is basically what it is. But it's not something you hear about.
Yeah.
If you went to prison, okay, what would be your thing to stay alive? Would you be like running drugs, or would you just mind your own business?
I'd probably be a cook.
Be a cook? Yeah. Everybody likes the guy that can cook. That's true.
And you're a pretty good cook too.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh my god. I've eaten myself.
Can you work your
sick.
magic with a microwave? You'd have to.
Probably.
I've seen some videos of like some prison foods that look like I'd eat that every single day.
Yeah, there are people that like crushed up ramen noodles to like a fine powder, add water, turns into dough, like pizza dough. They can make
They
pizza
use-
in prison.
Yeah, they do. There's the guy uses tortilla shells
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
as the crust. They make ice cream, cheesecakes.
Oh wow.
It's crazy.
The other guy yesterday, a guy made mac and cheese, rice, and some chicken thing.
Inmates are some of the most fucking creative people on
Even
the
the
planet.
county, I've seen them make like no bake cookies. They've made Laffy Taffy, which
Oh,
is
they make-
super easy.
They make taffy. There's a guy that makes taffy all the time. Makes it out of creamer.
Creamer, and they use like juice packets.
Yep.
I saw that just recently.
I've eaten some inmate food
Yeah,
that they.
all of yours like motherfuckers didn't make taffy when I was there.
Yeah, I don't remember finding fucking
They were even
taffy.
like, "Do you want to try it?" I'm like, "I want to, but I can't."
That happened a lot. Eventually, me and Eric broke the one day. They kept asking us if we were coming over for dinner, and we're like, no. And then one day we got pissed off and we went over for dinner. It was good, even though it was just shit you get off fucking commissary. Yeah, it was good. I was like, damn, this tastes like authentic Mexican food. Because that's most of what it is they make like a Mexican style food, because
Yeah.
the only good shit you can get in prison is spicy stuff.
I like this number 2. What's the most exciting sports moment for you in your preferred fan base?
I know for you, it's probably
Super
when,
Bowl 49.
The interception in the end
interception.
zone.
I was
Either
gonna,
that one or 51. Whenever they beat Atlanta.
See,
that would be hard to, if you're a Patriots fan, it would be hard to top that, getting up from 28-3.
that one pissed me off.
Why?
I'm like, fucking Tom Brady's about to lose, because that one gave the Patriots 6 Super Bowls and they tied.
No, they gave him 5.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the Rams one was 6 because Brady has
Okay.
7.
Yeah, how's it feel that Tom Brady has more Super Bowls than?
He has
Any-
more than anyone.
Any NFL franchise.
Yeah.
He has 7.
I don't know why everybody hates Tom Brady so much. I never
Because
had.
he's so good.
The thing about Super Bowl 51, like they were down so much, but whenever they started driving and before overtime, everybody knew that they were going to win. Like it got to overtime and they won that coin toss, people shut their TVs off.
I
They're like,
was.
he win.
Yeah, I was watching that with my ex's family, and they fucking hated Tom Brady, and so I always rooted for Tom Brady just because they hated him so much. And yeah, at the half, because they were not just losing, they were getting the shit kicked out of them for half of that game, 3/4 of that game.
They never held a lead in that game till
The fourth quarter. There was a point when the Patriots were so good that I was like, fuck Tom Brady. But once it got to the point where he was just so much better than everybody else, I just had to get on board. It's like, you're not going to beat him. You may as well join him, you know? Because, I mean, they were never my favorite team or anything, and he's never
I
been my
just knew
favorite
my
player.
team had
but-
to go through him in some sort of way
Yeah.
to get to the Super Bowl. And
That's
they
always
never did.
such a
Fuck
pain.
you, Spygate. Bunch of bullshit.
Such a pain. That was the worst thing about having
Deflategate
him.
didn't affect us, but Spygate did.
Well, that's the worst
That
part
was a
about
big excuse.
being a fan of an AFC team is we went from having to go through Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to get through Patrick Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl. And now you're going to have to get through Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers to get to the Super
I
Bowl.
don't know. I'd rather go through Patrick Mahomes than Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, personally.
Yeah. I would say Patrick Mahomes.
He's more human.
Yeah, Tom Brady was just untouchable.
They ripped. Well, it wasn't Belichick, but Brady. Like they ripped Kansas City apart in that Super Bowl that they won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that was
Like,
going to be a game.
There was a stat, if you want to look it up, how many yards Patrick Mahomes ran or scrambled in that game. It's ridiculous.
Like behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't remember what it was, but it was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous number. Yeah.
Ran nearly 500 yards.
What? 497 yards.
Yeah.
Before throwing the ball. That's insane. That is nuts. I guarantee that's more than whatever running back they had at the time ran for all. Yeah.
All season.
Who did the Chiefs have? They had Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
He gets like 5 yards a season.
Out of the gate, I thought he was going to be good.
Yeah, so did I. That's why I drafted him 2 years in a row.
What's the most exciting moment for a Steelers fan that you can remember? Is it James Harrison's 100-yard run in the Super Bowl?
Either that or the Santonio Holmes touchdown.
That he did. That shouldn't have counted because he didn't have both feet down.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
did
He had his
not.
feet like this, one toe down. Did not have both feet down. Suck my ass.
Bullshit. But
Look at this kid
I
also.
didn't watch this live.
Oh, you didn't?
was a
I
poor
watched.
kid. We didn't have cable.
Oh, we did. I
So
watched
I
it.
listened to it on the radio. My favorite is the last second touchdown to Mike Wallace to beat the Packers.
I forgot about Mike Wallace.
One of my favorite is Troy Polamalu getting that pick six in the Ravens to get to the Super Bowl.
That would have been my pick if I were a Steeler. Either that or when they were playing the Chargers and he had that fucking interception where he scooped that bitch right before it hit the ground.
This is my favorite one live, personally. 3 seconds left. Down by 6.
And there's a hold there. Did you not see that?
Oh my
I
God.
fucking see that
Typical
hold.
Patriots fan.
No, go back. Go back. Go back. Right here in the middle. Play it.
Oh,
Right there.
Yeah, it is.
Right
Holy
there.
Oh,
fuck.
they did. They grabbed
Right
the.
there.
Oh, shh. It was a good play. It was a good play.
I think my favorite play, this isn't for the Bengals, but against the Steelers, because I hate the Steelers so much, was in the Super Bowl that they won against the Cardinals when
Larry
Fitzgerald
fucking
caught
burned
that
them.
ball and just burned them straight
He was
down the
faster
field.
than everyone on that
Oh,
defense.
You know my favorite Steeler memory? Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Bring that one up.
God, it must suck to be a Steelers fan.
There it is, the first one.
Yep.
It was to Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
Demaryius Thomas was underrated.
Well, that's from the stands.
Nobody wants to watch it from the stands.
Yeah, fuck sporting events. Have you ever been to an NFL game?
Yeah.
I have not.
It kind of sucks,
It does.
depending on where you sit.
I went to a Buffalo game.
We were sitting in the end zone, and when they're on the other side of the field, it just
Here it
you
is.
can't see what's going
First snap of overtime.
on. Fuck you, Ike Taylor.
I was so happy.
Oh, yeah.
That was gonna be a horse collar if he did bring him down. Fuck you, John Elway. Do you hear he's not with the Broncos
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah. And the only thing he ever did was bring in Peyton Manning.
Some of the
And then they proceed to get beaten by the Patriots by like 40 points. The Broncos.
I think
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger is the worst running quarterback of all time.
No,
Nah,
Brady was
running.
like a Clydesdale.
Yeah,
He was good scrambling in the pocket just
Whenever he
because
was
he was so
younger.
big.
Whenever he was
Yeah.
younger, it was hard to bring him down.
Yeah, and the difference between Ben and Brady was if they tried to tackle Ben, he was so big that he could shed them off of him. Brady was just slow and would get leveled. Yeah, Brady did run like
Oh
a
yeah,
fly-
do you remember
straight
that
back,
Trendon
just like-
Holiday clip that we watched?
Yeah.
He was the shortest player in NFL history.
Really?
He was 5'5".
No, what about Darren Sproles? He's like 5'4". Because Darren Sproles, when he played for the Eagles, would literally just slip under linemen's arms and
Yeah.
shit. God, I hate the Eagles. They're the team I hate second most behind the Steelers.
Oh no,
Emmanuel
Shapiro.
Sanders.
5'1".
That was probably 1929. That was before they let in the Africans.
Tariq Cohen,
5'6". Darren Sproles. Oh, he was
3.
5'6".
Trendon Holiday. So he's number 2 behind that
Jack
fucking.
Shapiro.
What? Jack Shapiro? He had to have been like a fucking kicker. Oh, a fullback. Wow. Once again, probably like Darren Sproles, he just ran under everybody. God, what? I can't even think of anything before when they went to the Super Bowl that I was excited that the Bengals did. I honestly can't. When they won that AFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl, that was the best Bengals memory I've ever had. Because they've just sucked for my whole life. You know? Never had a good play.
What's number 14 down there about food poisoning?
Have you ever given yourself food
Oh,
poisoning?
I've done that a lot.
Never given like on purpose?
No, I don't own a meat thermometer. Never have.
Okay, I didn't.
So chicken?
Yeah, I undercook meat all the
I have a
time.
thermometer to check all that shit before I
I really need. They're like
Chicken
$5.
needs to be up to
'Cause I-
165.
hamburger steak with mushroom gravy.
Ew, mushrooms.
You don't like mushrooms?
I hate mushrooms. Even though no, I don't hate the taste of mushrooms. I hate the texture of mushrooms. So like cream of mushroom soup, I don't mind because they're in little tiny chunks. You don't notice them. But yeah, I've given myself food poisoning multiple times from undercooking meat.
I got food poisoning at Gimmicks one time. I went to work and I threw up in the hotel. No hotel. Programs room bathroom. There's a person at age 17 that fucking heard me vomiting. He was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I am now."
Yeah, I've done it too many times for sure. You would think I would have learned by now and bought a fucking meat thermometer, but no,
Would you try human meat?
for sure. I think it'd be I don't know.
Supposedly it tastes like pork.
That's what they say, but I think they just say that because
Now, it depends on the person, though. Like, if it was a fat lard that just eats Doritos and fucking junk all day,
I
it would
had
taste bad.
I had that thought after I put that down because I was like, okay,
But you chop up Tom Brady.
yeah, he
It
eats,
tastes like
eats
avocado
nothing but
ice cream.
avocado. Yeah, I thought about that because I was like, cow tastes good when it eats grass, and I probably wouldn't eat like possum because it eats nothing but garbage. So a human, it would depend on what they ate because if they eat a ton of, like you said, Doritos and fucking Mountain Dew, I can't imagine that it would taste great. But I would,
Apparently taste like really sweet if all they eat is blueberries.
yeah.
Yeah, and I hear you're not supposed to shoot bears that live around like residential areas because they just eat trash. They live off of trash, so
Yeah, that's why
what
you're
they
not supposed
taste
to eat
like.
raccoons and shit too. Because I can't imagine all the plastic and shit they eat.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good. Yeah, I would definitely try human meat though. I want to. That is something I'm actively trying to do. I'm not going to kill anybody to do it, but
Just cut a piece of your arm off.
you know, I've thought about it. I'm like, I could live without some of it.
See, if it was offered to me and like I knew someone wasn't murdered for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it would-
if someone donated their body
That's
to
what
be
it
eaten
would have
or
to be. They would have to
something.
like donate their body to a restaurant that would prepare it in a good way. Then I would try it. But if you give me somebody's butt cheek that you murdered and just boiled it for safety, probably not going to eat it. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to try human meat. I like eating weird shit. Like brain. You ever ate brain?
No.
Not human
Game
brain.
feeds are the shit. You get to eat all kinds. Have you ever been to a game feed
No.
where they like have all kinds of like like rattlesnake, fucking rabbit, all kinds of shit?
Yeah, that'd be
Rabbit
pretty
is
cool.
exotic.
Well, no, they have all kinds of stuff that you
Yeah,
wouldn't normally.
you know all them tropical bunnies. I can find
all
8
kinds
those.
of shit that like you wouldn't normally eat.
Yeah. You ever had or not had, but have you ever heard of balut?
Balut.
Balut. It's just a duck embryo, a fertilized duck embryo. So it's grown into a duck inside this egg, and they boil it, and you just slurp the whole thing out.
That's gross.
Like oysters.
Yeah, like you eat the beak, the feet, the bones, everything.
Have you ever had a Rocky Mountain oyster?
Balls?
Yeah, cow
No,
balls.
I have not.
Never had oysters.
I had
In general.
I had a chance to have balls when my brother lived in Colorado. He flew us out, and there was a place that we went to that had buffalo balls, and I was like, "Yeah." And my mom was like, "I'm not paying for that." And I was
I
like,
thought you
"Okay."
were just talking about sometime whenever you were drunk.
Some balls came out. I was like, yeah, it's big in the Philippines. Balut. They say it's good. I want to try it. My brother-in-law or ex-brother-in-law,
Yeah.
he's like full-fledged Filipino, and he said it's pretty good. I don't know how. I can't imagine it's good, but if somebody tells me it's good, I'll try it.
Yeah. Cousin chart is hard to understand.
Have you ever Have you ever Googled the cousin chart?
What is the cousin chart?
So like it tells you how to find out who's like your third cousin, fourth cousin, first cousin, twice removed and shit. People use it to find out what cousins they can fuck, basically. But it doesn't make sense if you look at it, because it's just we'll have to look at it. But it's hard to understand.
Like if there's a chance of it, like just don't fuck them. But there are plenty of fish in the sea.
But what if, okay, this is a hypothetical. I've never been in this situation. But what if you found somebody that you were, fucking in love with this person, blah, 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 whatever. And then you find out that, like, your great-grandparent's sister is their great-grandparent. It's like, I would think we're far enough removed at this point.
Say you guys are cousins.
Yeah.
And you have a cousin that's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes her.
Right. If we're cousins, but it's my cousin, like, on the other side.
And he's not related to her,
that's free game.
But he's related to you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that's weird?
No,
that's free game. Because that's not my cousin. That's your cousin.
But imagine that family get together at Christmas time.
That's not my cousin. That's your cousin.
That's on your dad's side of the family. I ain't related to your dad.
Yeah.
Who's your uncle?
Yeah.
By marriage.
You don't know that. What if it's not by marriage?
Well, if you're my cousin, let's just say I was related to your dead mom.
Right.
So I wouldn't be related to anyone on your dad's side of the family, would I? Your mom and your dad are just related by marriage.
Okay.
So I'd be good.
This is what I'm saying. It's hard. I think the legal thing is second
What's
cousin.
the most ethical thing that we can do here?
Yeah, I think the legal thing is second cousins.
I don't care about ethics. I just don't want to give birth to like a fucking cyclops,
I don't
you
care
know?
about ethics. I just want to know how good that pussy
Give birth to something from the Hills Have Eyes. Some inbred people like from West Virginia or something.
Have you ever seen the most inbred family in America?
Nope, but we're about
Watched a
to.
video of on clip, but
Yeah.
What was it?
There's this family, I forget what state they're in. It's either Virginia or West Virginia. But this guy did a documentary on them. And they're
that
the
guy.
Whitakers.
The Whitakers.
Just wait.
500 grand down the
It gets
drain.
worse than just looking at them. Nice.
It doesn't work like phones. You can't double tap it and skip.
Oh, look at them. They're all fucking scumwads, too. It makes sense.
Look,
Wow. That was
Oh, my
fucking retarded
God.
over there.
They all have surprised expressions on their face, and then you just realize it's their face.
God, this makes me uncomfortable.
She looks like one of those chihuahuas with the fucking eyes looking to the side.
that guy at the top, he barks. He doesn't talk.
His name's Ray.
Ray.
Wait, that's
I remember
him?
Ray.
That's
I
Ray.
photographed you, Ray. Do you remember?
He barks.
Years ago.
I thought that was the dog.
Oh, that's him.
Ray.
Lorraine.
I think
Timmy.
Timmy.
No, you guys grew up here in Odd, West Virginia.
odd.
Of West Virginia,
How many years
see?
did you live?
All my life.
You're
That one seems normal there to me.
You guys-
than-
Yeah, the one
Did you go to
holding the
school?
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She started it all.
you did?
No, it's
Some of
5
your
generations of
Bro.
inbreeding.
Sisters probably didn't go to school, or how much schooling did they get?
Look at the guy eating a sandwich.
Graduate.
You graduated from what?
Well, I went from high school.
You went to high school, Timmy?
Yeah, he went to high school all day.
It's a straight fucking lie, because he's not saying that.
Yeah.
You didn't. And
Plot twist, that lady there's like 37.
come on out.
Fuck.
Wow.
He barks. Come here, Ray. The dog looks better than them.
Tell me about your family.
They're not showing the kids that come out from these people fucking these dogs.
I could.
Guaranteed these people fuck those dogs.
Jesus
Yeah.
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Yeah, 5
That was
generations.
rough to watch for me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was just rough.
It's gross to think. And then you're looking at these 4 people and you know all of them have fucked each other.
I can't stand people like that.
Yeah. It's gross. I mean, I get like the cousin chart. I get it if they're far enough out, but you're like kind of related. But that's like parents and siblings and shit like that that's happening there. That's fucking gross. And that's how people end up from it. Straight up, the dude was barking. Like,
Yeah.
I also heard about some dude getting fucked to death by a horse.
That's a true thing.
Yeah, because I guess he went to some retreat where all these dudes fucked horses. But normally there's like 6 guys around you, and they're like holding the horse back to make sure he doesn't fuck you up too bad. And he was like, I'm going to do it on my own. Fuck you guys. You're sleeping, and I'm trying to get my nut off. And he went in there, and the horse like penetrated his stomach lining. Yeah. People are fucking gross, man. I don't get it.
No, hold on a minute. That one down there. People that eat pasta with a spoon are lizards.
I mean, it depends on what kind of pasta.
Yeah,
if it's
like
like
if it's
macaroni, like elbow noodles.
Yeah, elbow noodles.
Still go for a fork.
Why?
Because you can stack them on there. Just keep stabbing.
And how are you getting all the juices from the macaroni and cheese at the bottom then?
Drink it. Or scrape it out.
I can scrape with a fork.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But why spoons are overrated in general. I think
Like,
we
if
should
I
just
make
get rid
Some
of the spoon.
pasta.
If I make Roman holiday, you know what Roman holiday is?
No.
No.
Noodles. It's more or less just like elbow noodles, sauce, burger, and cheese.
Spaghetti?
No, you don't put cheese in spaghetti.
I do.
Like rigatoni.
Kinda, but you do it in like an 8x11 Pyrex.
Mm-hmm.
You mix. I do cheese. I mix cheese with the noodles and the sauce and the meat, and I put it in the 8x11, and I put cheese on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I eat that with a spoon. Just kind of like a casserole.
Okay.
Like,
I guess there's exceptions to it, but the vast majority, like even like bow tie pasta, you can't eat that with a spoon. It's too large.
well, if it's pasta salad,
Fork.
I would use a spoon.
No. Fork. I like being able to stab my food.
Then you have problems. That's an underlining thing. That
I'll even eat soup with a fork.
That's just weird.
Okay, now that's
No. We need to outlaw spoons. They're completely useless.
These are things that
Do you
serial
eat
killers are
cereal
made of right
with a
now.
fork?
The only soup I eat with a
could.
fork is like ramen
Ramen. I don't know. if
because
that's
it's straight noodles.
Well, unless you do like gourmet ramen. Like, have you ever cooked ramen on the stovetop
Mhm.
and then got eggs and scrambled them up and dropped them in there?
No.
Delicious.
Sounds
It
good.
flash cooks them. Like whenever it starts boiling,
Mhm.
you mix the eggs up and you dump them in it and it flash cooks the eggs. Or if you just put a regular egg in there, flash cooks the yolk and then the white and stuff.
I've always wanted to try
The
like
scrambled
legit
eggs in
ramen.
it is good. You know, I haven't done it in a while, but you know, ramen
You
on the
put
stove,
seasoning in
eggs,
it?
yeah, seasoning, hot sauce, cheese. It's good.
I could get behind that.
That sounds good.
That does sound
Be
good.
an inmate, throw some pickles in there or something.
They did.
Jalapenos, maybe. It
do
just
put
gets
pickles
better
in
the more I
everything.
talk about it now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hate spoons. I don't. And yes, you can eat cereal with a fork. Thank you.
It's not very.
How much milk do you really get on your spoon, anyways? When that bitch
I
is.
don't care, but it's just easier.
Yeah, to just shovel it in your mouth rather than like trying to balance it so it doesn't fall off the fork.
Yeah.
Nah.
So,
I disagree.
It's like one of the only exceptions. I'll eat a fork with most of the things.
I mean, yeah, okay, there are exceptions, but you could live without spoons, is what I'm saying. And I think we should. I think we should.
so speaking of like foods,
Mhm.
people at work the other day were talking about eating cereal with like water. Like
Gross.
the guy brought cereal to work, and there used to be milk in our OM, but there was no milk because the fucking freezer, the cooler died or whatever. So he used water. It's like I'd just eat it drier as not eat it. at that
Yeah.
point. Like, is there anything that you've put in your cereal besides milk and have eaten it? I haven't.
No,
No.
I mean, different kind, like almond milk I've used, and like different
There's
kinds
people
of
talking about like
milk.
putting like orange juice in their cereal and
I've
eating
seen-
it.
That's
Orange
fucking
juice.
weird.
I've seen it. Like people do like weird Lorenzo Malone or something like that. He does these weird food combinations or whatever. People want him to try, and he's done that before. He's
Orange
he's
juice.
dipped. You know, he used orange juice instead of milk.
I've seen a video of
I don't-
some guy, like two of the guys tried a whole bunch of different liquids and cereal and tried out the best. They said water wasn't that bad. They tried Red Bull, they tried alcohol, they tried everything.
I mean, I would say water's a good second, but it's still so far below milk.
Yeah.
Because orange juice, I can't imagine would work because there's so much sugar in cereal.
It's
And orange
it
juice
is
is
too
tangy.
citrusy,
I'd
I
rather
think.
use that like fake powdered milk
Yeah.
than fucking just regular water.
Yeah. Yeah, water, that just makes your cereal wet. It doesn't add anything to it. You just have wet.
I wouldn't drink the water. I just dump it.
Yeah. It's
Ew,
not like
could-
you're gonna be drinking the milk like it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk.
Yeah, could you imagine cinnamon toast water? Just water with fake cinnamon toast crunch flavor? That
It's
would
like I just recently, within the past like year, started buying the mashed potato, the instant mashed potatoes, like the Idaho ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Because back in the 90s, it was just potato flakes. They were trash. And it's like, I'll just make real potatoes.
Yeah.
But I haven't made real potatoes for like.
They're not bad. That's
They're
what I
not
get.
bad now.
I get the Idaho like buttery home style ones.
Yeah,
like
I
they're
just
good.
microwave water for 3 minutes and then put it in there and fucking
Mix it up.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just dehydrated potatoes.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
believe.
powder now. It's not flakes. It used to be flakes,
Ugh.
and it was just bad.
Yeah, I don't mind like the instant mashed potatoes. I don't mind those. Like
Instant rice. That shit's a godsend. You can just
The-
make that in your microwave.
yeah,
too.
the boil in a
tastes
bag
different.
rice.
You
tastes a
think it
lot-
does?
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I have a pressure cooker that I don't even use. That I need to start using for rice.
I have a pressure cooker that I don't even use. What a rich thing to say.
What a rich thing to say.
What else do I got?
Here's one for you.
Okay.
If you were in prison
Mm-hmm.
on death row, what would your final meal be?
I think I have that on here somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I've put some thought into it, but I can never come to a decision.
Have you seen videos of like serial killers' last meals?
Yeah, some of them are weird.
Fucking yeah, out there.
Yeah, I think was it Timothy McVeigh just wanted like KFC and Dr. Pepper or Coke or something like that. Some of them are okay, but then there's some that are fucking. It's like they're just trying to do one last weird thing before they die. I think if I did it, I don't know. I would want something good, but at the same time, do you want something that's like fine cuisine or just something that you love? Like, would it just be a fucking PB&J? Because that's up there for me. Like, just a stack of peanut butter and jellies?
Yeah.
That's up there.
Grape or strawberry?
Grape.
Animal.
I think I'd do like a really nice, like medium rare steak and maybe some lobster, some
Yeah,
shrimp.
see, that's up there for me because I love steak. Or
I like seafood too, a lot.
some seafood. Some seafood. There's some seafood that is fucking trash. Like calamari is gross.
Never had
Yeah.
it.
It's not good. I think people think it's good just because it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves with food. With most things, is people think if it's expensive, it's good.
That's a lie.
It's a lie. Yeah, calamari's gross. It's octopus. Ew.
I don't mind it. It depends on like the sauce I dip it with. Some restaurants make them that good.
I've had like the calamari
Hey,
rings
there-
from
Yeah, I saw
Number
one.
14. Yeah. Peanut butter and jellies.
yeah, it might have been Olive
Peanut butter
Garden.
and jelly
Yeah.
sandwiches,
They sell
that's
the
it.
rings.
Yeah, I think it would probably. Yeah, it would definitely be like just peanut butter and jelly because peanut butter and jelly makes me so happy.
It is good.
There's nothing better than just a good peanut butter on like Wonder Bread, nice and soft.
I buy that Sara Lee bread. It's really soft.
Yeah, I love soft bread. Like whole wheat bread, I hate because it's kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever had beer bread before?
No,
It's good. I had it for the first time just on Saturday before Easter. It's pretty good.
I've seen it.
Butter on it?
I've never. I like cooking things in beer. Like beer can chicken's pretty good.
I've cooked two things in beer. Corn dogs with the batter.
Ooh.
Beer battered corn dogs.
That'd be
delicious. And sauerkraut.
Yeah. There was somebody at the jail on New Year's. They brought in hot dogs and sauerkraut cooked in beer. It was fucking tasty.
Yeah. Used a Yingling Black and Tan. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
I like this one. Are we the only species that think of suicide, or are there depressed hamsters out there jumping off of trees and buildings? We kind of talked about this already.
I think we kind of have to be.
I think deer have bets with themselves.
Yeah.
See, you get across
Deer.
this highway.
Possums, they just can't see where they're going. I've
Yeah.
hit so many possums.
I was thinking like they say pigs and monkeys and like dolphins and shit are almost as intelligent as humans. So could there, because I've seen like depressed monkeys, like a depressed gorilla just kind of sits in the corner and does. Do you think he thinks about killing himself? You think he's like, I could just fucking end it right
I
now?
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I hear gorillas, once you remove their canines, like their sharp fucking teeth, they're like they like give up.
Yeah. I think that they just have the instincts that they need to stay alive. That's like their whole goal.
You ever see the
life.
Burt Kreischer clip on how he makes a gorilla laugh?
Oh yeah. There was a gorilla. We went to the Pittsburgh Zoo once when I was younger, and there's like them glass fucking things are kind of slanted, and there's the gorillas out there. And my brother's girlfriend at the time was standing there, and this gorilla just fucking charged the glass and ran into it, like directly next to her, and then just sat there and stared at her.
Yeah. They get you. They get you.
Yeah.
I remember
Gorillas are
Just sit.
fucking scary.
I made a gorilla laugh one time. How? I was at this, I think it's called Monkey Kingdom in Miami, and they had this depressed gorilla because this circus had it before, and they took out his canines because they wanted to use him, so they removed his. Yeah, they didn't want to eat people. Yeah, so they took out his canines, but apparently canines in the gorilla kingdom are a sign of. That's like how you can become. That's like if you don't have canines, then you're just shunned. You'll never get a partner. And so they could never get this one gorilla partner. He was really depressed. He's just a depressed gorilla. Like, well, I bet I can make him laugh. And they're like, you definitely aren't going to make a primate laugh. And I swear to you, and this did not get included on my show. I swear to God, I started doing an impression of a gorilla. I just started going, and then slamming my chest. And then I went, number one, like this. And he went, shut up. I literally lost my mind. I was like, and they're like, I can't believe you made him laugh.
I think it's cool that dogs smile. Gorillas smile too, but gorillas are fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I would not want to fuck with
They
them.
can
dog.
rip you apart.
If you're having a bad day with a dog, just take some peanut butter, put it on a butter knife, and then put it at like the top of their mouth.
Oh, yeah. Get them. God. You think a gorilla could rip you in half?
Yes.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Like just start at the neck and just.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you they could.
They don't have any fat on them. They're 100% muscle. That's why they can't swim. They just sink.
Too dense.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't swim? I didn't know that.
I would love to see a gorilla try to swim.
They just sink.
I didn't know gorillas couldn't swim. Did you know that that's why black people have a lot of them can't swim because their bones are denser, so they sink.
I didn't know that.
I just found that out recently.
Is that true?
I'm about.
If not, that's super racist.
Why is that super racist? Because they got denser bones and they're stronger.
There was a wrestler that just died 2 years ago. Shad Gaspar. Saved his kid. His kid got pulled out into the ocean, and he went out, saved his kid, didn't make it back in.
Yeah,
Like,
that was probably all adrenaline making him swim.
yeah.
You can do crazy shit when you have an adrenaline pump.
95% of black adults and 80% of black children do not swim.
Huh.
What?
That's a fucking high number.
That is crazy.
I didn't think it would be that high.
Racial history of American swimming pools? Oh my God.
What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just have denser bones.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
Challenging them. It's not that they can't swim. It's just harder for them, I think. So they're just like, fuck it. I don't want to swim that bad. Because I know I don't swim. It's kind of whack. I don't get it.
I can't swim.
Really?
Never learned.
My dad can't swim. He does not have... See, I can swim, and I'm deathly afraid of drowning. My dad can't swim, and he'll just fucking sink to the bottom of a pool and just scoot along the bottom. Because he used to... At the pool up at the middle school with the diving boards and shit,
I
he would
didn't
get...
have that when I was there.
Oh. He would go off the diving boards and just sink to the bottom in the 12-foot area and just scoot up to where he could stand up. And my dad's a short man. He's like 5'4", so he had to swim a distance.
Speaking of your fear of drowning,
Yeah.
what's you guys' biggest fears?
Drowning, for sure. Imagine, I've run this thing through my head so many times. Like you're, just say like a boat crash where you're just kind of stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're just treading water until your muscles fail and you can feel your muscles failing. And then you just start sinking and then the light goes away and your lungs fill up with water and it's just it. That is fucking scary.
I feel like being like 9/11, like those people, like
Oh, on the top floors.
those people either had to burn to death or jump. Like that
Yeah,
would be.
not having a choice. You're like, I know I'm going to die. I think that's the biggest thing. Even with anything, I think my biggest fear is just knowing I'm about to die.
Yeah.
That's why I've always said that I can't picture myself dying any way other than suicide. That's the only way I can picture it. Because, like, if I get cancer, I'm killing myself. If I'm in a car crash and I see my fucking guts spilling out, killing myself. I don't want to suffer through all that shit, you know? I can't. That just seems terrible.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Bees.
Bee?
You allergic?
Nope. 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 Bees. I'm not
But like a
allergic.
whole swarm of bees, like if you get stung like
You could
enough
die from that.
times,
Yeah.
your body goes into shock and you
Yeah.
die. That'd be a painful death.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a.
Burning alive would suck.
I think it's
too.
the buzzing thing for me. Whenever they get close and I can hear it, like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
I saw once, like, have you ever seen an actual swarm of bees when their fucking nest gets destroyed and the queen's on the move?
Yeah.
It's just like blackness, and they don't give a fuck about you. They won't sting you because the queen's on the move. They got to protect the queen. But as soon as that queen picks a spot, they will light up that area. Like it happened once. It was in a field, and there was like people all around. We were like skeet shooting or something, and they picked an area around where there were people, and they just fucking torched them, all of them. I was
My
like, holy
God.
fuck. I'm allergic to yellow jackets, which are dicks. But like honeybees don't bother me. Bumblebees don't bother me.
Yeah, but one time the queen escaped, and they were in our yard, and they gathered around. It looked like a bee's nest, but no, it was just a giant ball of bees. This big,
Yeah.
hanging like this high from one of our trees, just
Yeah.
sitting there while we were playing outside.
Just thousands of bees.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that, I'm going inside.
Yeah, I don't. I think I'd be
Damn,
terrified.
I must
of
not live there at that point.
of a
Yeah, we
swarm.
were 100%. It was like,
Oh, I was probably upstairs in my bedroom high as fuck.
I was gonna say, you're
like,
probably
oh,
too
my-
high to remember.
Those bees, bro.
What about you, Edwards?
The worst way to die, probably being
what's
burnt.
your biggest fear?
Oh, my biggest fear, heights.
Heights.
Really?
But you're so tall.
I know it's ironic as fuck, but like, I don't know. I have nightmares about being in like skyscraper. I've never been in a skyscraper in my life. Like,
Really?
just looking down, like, fuck. Like,
I have nightmares of being stuck in a tree like a cat.
no, I mean like thousands of feet. Like, I don't like heights.
I don't like.
I'd skydive though.
That makes zero
What?
sense.
That's literally you're at heights and you're
For
safe.
somebody that says that, I hope your parachute fails.
You're at heights and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna
Oh,
jump.
I'd probably
dude.
be pissing myself the whole way. I'd do it though.
I would do it. I don't like heights, but I'm not. Once I'm there long enough, I just get used to it.
Like,
Like,
that would be the ultimate like thrill seek for me, like jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah.
I'd probably pass out.
That's
That
why they have
wouldn't
somebody
be
jump
good.
With you.
Well, if I'm strapped to someone, like,
That's
it's
true.
So you're
cool.
always strapped
Yeah,
to someone.
yeah. Until you jump so many times, then they'll let you jump on your own. I'd want to just jump on my own. Yeah, I would just want to jump. I would just want to jump on my own. I would go skydiving for sure. We talked about it on the other one, like skydiving versus bungee jumping. Which one would you?
Skydiving.
You would go side. I would go bungee jumping first. I think.
I don't know. I think it was you said about the bungee cord snapping. Somebody said that.
Yeah.
I would rather skydive. Like, imagine you're going down and like that cord gets wrapped around you or something. Like, you just fucking hang, or like it. I don't know.
My thing with bungee jumping is
It'd fucking pop your head off.
you're
dude.
high, but you're like not that high. So if the cord snaps, you've got a second or two before you splat. Skydiving, your parachute doesn't open. You go through a reserve chute, it doesn't open, and you're still like 8,000 feet up, and you're just like, well,
this is it.
yep, I guess this is how it's happening. I guess you would have time to come to grips with it. I guess.
Fucking dart down into the sun. More speed.
say. Sometimes I just talk.
So what's this? Is there anything cooler than an A-10 Thunderbolt?
You don't know what an A-10
What is
Warthog? So it's a plane, kind of. It's they basically took a big Gatling gun. It's called a GAU-8. Yeah, and they built a plane around this gun, and it shoots Red Bull size fucking projectiles.
I'm pretty sure that gun was made by that washing machine company.
Wait, what? Whirlpool?
No, General Electric, I think. Whirlpool. Yeah,
No,
no,
like I'm pretty sure the gun was made by that washing machine company.
but yeah, they built it.
It was in one of the Call of Duties.
Yeah. Yeah, they call him a Warthog.
Holy fuck.
That buzz, that's the...
That's so ominous. I'd just give up.
You don't have a choice. They're unloading thousands of rounds a minute at you the size of Red Bull cans. And then it just... When I was still in the military, we were at a range, and it was a...
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know the Javelin rocket launcher?
Mm-hmm. I've used one.
You know that was made by Texas Instruments, the calculator company.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were at a range. It was a machine gun range, and we were, so you think you're cool. You're like fucking da 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 da, and you really think you're cool. And then they were like, "Hey, clear the range for a second." They're flying over, and we're like, "Okay." And this dude comes by in a Warthog and just does this thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not as cool as that fucking guy. Are you kidding me? Yeah. To build a plane around a gun is the most American thing I've ever heard. They're like, no, we're not going to put guns on the plane. We're going to put a plane on the gun.
So the one on that last page about why do we get married?
It doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't. I think marriages ruin relationships.
Yeah. And then you just, all it is, the difference between living with somebody for a long time and getting married, the only difference is you get a fucking piece of paper, and if they leave you, they take half your money.
And you get debt with a ring.
Yeah, and the ring is expensive.
I would sign a prenup. Like, if I get married, I've already talked to my girlfriend. Like, I'm not losing my house. Like, you have somewhere to go. Like, I don't have anywhere to go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm keeping that.
That's the thing that scares me about marriage is if they just up and leave, you could be fucked. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't...
Alimony? Fuck that.
Yeah, like
dude.
the one guy...
Just because you chose not to work and I'm the fucking breadwinner, I shouldn't have to pay for your shit.
Yeah. Like, I remember my dad, when he was paying alimony and child support to his ex-wife for their 3 kids, he was getting $0 paychecks. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy at the jail, he used to work at the jail. He went to jail because he got divorced and had 4 kids, and he couldn't afford the alimony and the child support. And then he ends up in fucking jail for it.
Jeff Bezos getting divorced and he made his wife the 3rd richest girl in the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, she's the 3rd richest woman in the world, but he's still the richest guy in the world after giving up all that money.
Well,
If I was I think I would get...
Think about all these NBA players, baby moms, fucking making bank,
Get
dude.
racked out just for squooging a
That makes
baby out your
sense, though.
pussy.
Because those people don't take care of their kids. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm not meaning to stereotype, but like, what
It's
you
true.
just said, like,
They play 82 games a year, like going around. Yeah, I'm
They
sure
can't-
they're not around.
yeah, they can't live with their, see their kids.
I heard Tom Hanks' son was like, he like went kind of crazy. Chet Hanks is his name. And he was like, it's because I never had a father figure around. I'm like, fuck you mean you got Tom Hanks? He's America's dad. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I guess he probably was never around.
Yeah, it's doing movies.
Like,
and
yeah,
shit.
he makes money for them and shit, but he's just gone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, athletes and actors and shit, yeah. I could see their kids being fucked up just because they're not around.
see, if I had a family, if I had enough money to... Like,
Sweet
live
God, I
off-
hope you never have a family.
Yeah, me neither. That's the worst idea ever. If I made like enough money to like live without having a job for the rest of my life, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah. I think the happiest people in the world are probably people that just played the lottery and eventually one day won so many millions of dollars, and then they don't try and make more money. Because I feel like trying to make more money all the time once you're already rich is what kind of ruins you. But once you're rich, if they just get out and you're just like, I'm just gonna disappear.
I'd probably start like some sort of business. Like wouldn't pour millions into it, but like
Probably
get some income.
some sort of bit. I would. It would be something like this. I would just have a lot nicer shit.
I would just buy like a golden corral.
Golden Corral.
Bring it to Du Bois.
Get
or
all
something.
those old
That
people.
would actually make a shit ton of
It would.
Yeah, it would. Golden Corral is such a trashy restaurant.
I like Golden Corral.
I hate Golden Corral. I don't
I
like
have to travel 2 hours
Is
to
that the one with
find
the
one.
chocolate fountain?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
I've been
like.
there one time.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like
They'll cook a
buffets.
steak. They'll cook a steak to your preferred doneness.
right in front of you.
So will any other steakhouse, and it'll be better steak.
But it's all you can eat. Steak.
I don't like buffets. They're gross to me. The food's sitting out for so long under a heat lamp to keep it warm, just growing bacteria.
I'm
Chocolate
an
fountain.
eater, though.
The chocolate fountains had 8 kids snot in it that day already.
I'm the type of guy I like order like a meal and still be hungry. I'm like, fuck.
See, I don't eat
It
much.
used to be that way.
I eat like 2 hot dogs a day, and I'm good.
That's used
Like
to be
when
really
I'm
cheese
looking through the
dogs.
menu, like my biggest thing on my mind is, will that fill me up?
Really.
Yeah.
Golden Corral's popcorn shrimp. I can eat a whole fucking plate of that like 4 times. It's really good. I'll eat all of it.
That's a weird thing to eat a lot of, popcorn shrimp.
I don't know what's with Golden Corral's popcorn shrimp, at least the one in Pittsburgh. So fucking good. Best I've ever had.
Never had.
I know it sounds weird.
Never had it. Yeah, I don't.
Have you ever been to Red Lobster?
Nope.
Red Lobster.
You've never been to Red Lobster?
Nope.
We should go to Red Lobster sometime.
They're
Yeah.
pretty good.
How
They're,
do you
they're
live
not the
in Du
greatest,
Bois?
but
Yeah. You live right down the road from it. How have you never been to Red Lobster?
Because he doesn't have a
McDonald's
job.
right next to it.
Lobster pizza?
And there's
they
a-
have endless shrimp, dude.
Yeah, but there's a McDonald's right next to it. It's cheaper.
Wow.
But it's not as good. McDonald's food is pretty
Trash.
trash.
I know.
Even though I
All
will.
these studies on McDonald's food and like, what the fuck? Like you said, a burger out for 6 years and it doesn't change.
Yeah.
Like, that's going in your body.
Yeah. It's like Taco
That's
Bell.
optimization. They're like, dude, you know.
They're doing good business by selling us fucking trash food.
Taco Bell's just fucking solid formed X-Lax.
I read a thing that Taco Bell's beef can be up to 80% real beef.
Up to
Yeah, so most of the time it's less than 80% real beef.
I have something I want to talk about, and I might even go on a tirade about it.
Oh,
Okay.
love tirades.
So, do you think the world is fucked with the younger kids?
Yes.
Like people my age and like older, like we had grandparents that gave a shit. We had moral, like we lived in a world with technology. We grew up in a world where technology wasn't
Like so advanced.
so advanced, such a distraction. Like you go outside, like I used to go outside and play, you know, go for walks,
Like
whatever.
Neighbor kids eat dirt.
Yeah,
And, shit,
and you could
know?
discipline your kids back then. Like we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Like if you beat the shit out of your kids, that's a problem. But like
Right.
discipline,
Right.
like
I'm scared of a switch.
if I said you know a bad word or whatever, I'd get palm olive. You know you can't do that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like and there's no discipline for kids anymore. Nobody wants to work. Like
That's a
kids
problem
these days have
everywhere
no work
now.
ethic. Like and like this generation of grandparents like that actually cared about like their grandkids or parents that actually gave a shit what their kids did. Like that's done.
Yeah.
Like there's people that have kids now that just don't take the time to teach them ethics or morals or good work ethic or to be a good human being.
I think a lot of it has to do with there's a lot of parents that they are parents, but they don't want to be parents. So they don't really care. There's like, well, if I sit my kid in front of the TV, he shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that ruined a lot. Like, kids like my nephew's age, they're so shitty. Like, they're just a bunch of little fucking douchebags running around. And yeah, it's because they never got their fucking.
Yeah, like the other day
Ass smacked.
I was with some friends and I was at a friend's house and one of the other guy's kids went to the refrigerator and it was open And they're like, get away from the fridge, don't get in there. And he started to reach towards the fridge. So I picked him up and I moved him and sat him down and he started crying. I was like, I don't know why you're crying. She told you not to do
Yeah,
it.
you were warned.
Like you were warned not to do that. And he just bawled. And it's like, good, you fucking cry it out. Like,